Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 101 Reasons Devs Do Not Play New World by Shmia. Hello, New World. Let me start by saying that this post comes from a place of love and humor rather than any kind of personal attack. We obviously love the game you have built and we're beyond hyped for the coming update. After months of moaning in voice chat, we decided to do something productive with our feedback and collate it into a list of hashtagged Devs Don't Play New World Discord channel. Here are the musings of Le Badger's company from Nisa, owners of 4 territories and with 95 active no-lifers with well over 200,000 hours of cumulative New World experience. New World experience. It's a long time in the making, so some reasons are outdated and marked as addressed. Alright, nice memers. Nisa gamers, why are you guys not on dry tree? Anyways, this post is dedicated to the Yik, Such Dave Much Rave, and Send Nukes, 3 innocent players who couldn't hack their way out of paper bag but who have eaten a permanent ban for cheating. Dude, this permanent ban for cheating has been a big problem, alright? It's been an issue, alright? It's been an issue. Okay, hovering over players only rarely shows their company name and follows no apparent pattern to reproduce. I guess sometimes, yeah. Fort missions is available to roll when the fort is already locked. This is addressed because fort's no longer locked. That is still the thing. PvP token missions can grey out till relog. Influence pushing in some territories is a total grind. Ebon and Morningdale, yup, and in others reward next to no tokens for the same effort. The PvP missions should be same tokens in all areas. They shouldn't be like no in Windsward, a lot in like Brightwood or whatever. Blocking and blocking perks are a meme. True. Someone is beeping outside. Siege is pointless on attack and only horns are used on defense for wars. Improve damage and heat registration to make tier 3 siege weapons a real threat in wars. Agree. Heal debuff on tier 3 fire launcher. Explosion stagger on tier 3 attack cannons. Sure. Cannons used to be really good when we weren't all level 6 to 5 gear score. Like early wars, cannons were actually viable. Right now it's unlucky. No faction swap tokens, but can swap your whole server. Good point. 500k gold cap. Yeah, this is my biggest one. I mentioned this in my video as well. 500k gold cap is a joke. Most of our members can't even be in our company as they need their own company bank after each big sale. Natural inflation has occurred due to OPR rewards outweighing gold sinks like respec costs. Heavy armor meta, which is apparently getting buffed. They are on a bit of a copium. There is no heavy armor meta. I don't know what they are on about with this one. BB fortify and damage output is too damn high. Agree. You can tell that they're Nisa players by this one. But it is what it is. Everything else so far I agree with. This one is a bit KW. This is ridiculous. Yeah, blunderbuss deals too much damage. Throwing hatchet 3 still exists. I mean, okay. The rapier being addressed next patch, okay. Healing is overtuned in a small scale PvP, I agree. Like you can just sit on Sacred and never take damage. Area should start on the minus 10% heal debuff, but hit 2 stacks this time it does now. I guess, but have you ever played healer versus like 3 assassins in arena? I don't think healers will ever like this change, but I get where they're coming from. I understand it. Sure, why not? Downs in wars need to go. Oh yeah, this is already done, okay. Scores should be given to tanks on point. Our war-winning beef lords come 99th every war. Yeah, you should be getting some sort of score. Some sort of score as you're taking damage as well. So a better balance. As you're dealing damage, as you're taking damage should be something that's giving you points as well. And someone tell me what KEGW means? I see it all the time. Let me Google this for you. What does KEGW mean? There you go. It's this emote. So if you don't have better Twitch TV, you would see this emote every time somebody writes KEGW in the chat. It's a dude laughing. All right, let's continue. They skipped a level 15. they skipped a 15. 15 is not there. They went for 14. They were like, fuck this shit. Straight out of 16 we go. Alright, anyways, 16. Provide a personal expedition stat breakdown for us to compare and optimize our builds without being flamed by group via public stat breakdown. Nah, Name and shame. Show everybody's damage, everybody's healing, everybody's tanking. Show it at the end of expedition. It would be great. Let us flame the people that are shit. Timeless shards should drop from all dungeons. Emerald speedruns incoming? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Remove notifications every time you open as of bottle. Yes, I agree. Ability to swap trophies from anywhere or remove trophy cap. That's a big one. Hold up, we're adding it onto the list on our YouTube video right here, right now. Removing trophy cap, like trophy cap is the most annoying thing in the game, like actually. But the best part is, we made this video before I saw this, unfortunately. I wish I would saw it sooner. It could maybe impact the thingy.
Josh the 92 just subscribed.
I don't know why I did everything with big, but removing trophy cap is a big one. We're just gonna add it on the bottom list. Yo, Josh, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it, mate. We might even make this into a video because I do really like I like how much work was put into this post. So I'm gonna fully react to it now, and we're probably gonna make it into a video as well. 20. Remove limit on placeable housing lighting items for people to get creative. Sure, it's a small thing, but let people be creative in their home. I'm all for it. Still can't fast travel to house after resetting house cooldown. Need to reopen menu. That can be tedious at times, but it doesn't often happen anymore. Social tabs are super janky for various reasons. I agree. Look at this. I want to go friends. In-game. Look, I even have friends overlapping enter player name. It's so clunky. It's shit. It's dog shit. I don't like it. I agree with this one. It's bad. Weapon chain perk can randomly proc at the start of duels when weapon swapping and sometimes hits allies. Never had this happen to me. Interesting. Gear sets. Yes, they're doing it. It's what we mentioned in the video as well. Return gear when swapping armor in order instead of scattering it across inventory. Demonstration. Oi. It's all over the place. Oi, shit. Oi. How heavy is this? 300 kilo. It is what it is, man. Yeah, this is a bad one, but gear sets, hopefully. Salvaging in bulk is pain because the notification blocked the screen. Yes, I agree. It's really annoying. Not being able to describe the world disconnect bug addressed. I don't know about this one. Stunlock one-shot combos for sword and shields. I don't really experience this a lot, so I don't know what's happening on Nisa, but this isn't really something I experience often. Then again, I am running a bruiser with 4 freedom, so maybe that is why. Maybe this is more like a healer's problem. Blunderbuss, netshot, and debuffs in general are overtuned. Yeah, netshot is the most ridiculous perk on Blunderbuss. Definitely. As of Salt is a meme. Even if you buy the most expensive thing at every stage, you still cap. Give us an As of Salt sync. Just improve PvP track. Oh, that's what I didn't mention. Improve PvP track after 200 tracks. It's a complete joke. You get the most random, like really bad shit. Another addition to the video. Improve PvP track rewards. Especially after 200 PvP track. It gets worse after you reach 200. Okay, we keep adding. They should also be able to fix Great X charge so that if we use it, we don't collide with friendlies. That's a good one, actually. Okay, continue. Even though As of Salt is useless, shards and orbs are still too expensive. No. You have 100k salt all the time anyways. So this is like whatever. Champions jewelry shouldn't be fixed drops at certain level. We don't need 8 champions rings and no amulets. Someone is... I don't know. I've seen like 10 of each, but I guess there's a point if you don't get to play the game a lot and your PvP track is like 20 and you want one specific drop. I guess this one can be logical. The corrupted, attacking the corrupted for ownership of a territory. The attacker always shows to be whichever settlement you last clicked. Wait, what? Oh, right. Corrupted attack. Okay, I get what I mean. So basically when there's a territory and there is a war, but you click on the war and it shows as if there was a corruption attacking instead of the... Like instead of glorious peasants, it would show the corruption attacking. That's that one. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of shouldn't be in the game. PvP perks from new champions jewelry don't even work. That has been oh, that's an old post, isn't it? PvP perks require buffs, or is it? I don't know if it's an old post. Either way, I guess it's an old Discord post, so they've already addressed this. Yeah, PvP perks require buffs as rogue, over penetration, backstab, enchanted as weapon. Okay, so on the PvP weapons, you get the perks that are called like penetrating backstab, but the rogue is actually better than the actual penetrating backstab, so they want it a little bit buffed. That's fair point, honestly. PvP rewards after level 2. Yes, see, they know. I saw that before they saw it. Sheesh. Yeah, this is a big one. After 200 PvP track, it's completely shit. Make it easier to test on PTR. A lot of material is still difficult to get a hold of. Sure, make PTR easier should actually be a thing, so people can test shit out. Sword and shield tanks are useless in PvP. They have single target sleeps and are way less tanky than a blunderbuss. A true point tank should have AoE roots, knockdowns. Defiant stance should pull targets on top of you like a taunt. Buffing sword and shield for PvP, sure, it's an alright idea. But I don't think it's necessary because we, like, just sword and shields in general. It's okay that some builds don't have space in war. I think that's completely fine. Tanks, expeditions, very valuable in some expeditions. In PvP, the meta just evolved where they are not as useful. Server game kicks or crashes, you have to queue up for potential 40 plus minutes. Yeah, that's a Nisa problem. Whenever you have a problem in game or you do arena, let me mention this one. When you do arenas, you need to restart the game for the game to work properly. Oh my god. 4. When you complete 3v3 arena, you are forced to restart the game or experience a lot of bugs in wars and OPR, being unable to check scoreboard, have 1 FPS death screens, etc. Okay, we keep on adding. The list grows. Yeah, Fort Gate C outside point A. Yup, I agree. Wait, let me see this one. 2 minutes to rejoin the game and make planning war rosters a nightmare. Yeah, that's a Nisa problem because they merged 70 servers into one server, so now everybody plays on Nisa. It's a complete disaster. Yeah, that's a good point right here. Number 39 definitely needs addressing. I feel like if you just logged out from the game, like if you just logged out, you should have like a 5-minute grace period or 10-minute grace period where you're able to log back in and skip the queue. And then people that are in the queue, they just need to be, like, the queue needs to be 5 minutes longer, essentially, right? Allowing people that have been forcefully logged out of the game to come back into the game. I don't know, I didn't experience the 3-minute grace period. I don't think there is. Yeah, I think that this is an important one, being able to come back in. I would like to add on to this one. Fort Gate C outside point A and vice versa. That's a good point. But also, if you play an OPR beforehand, your point is gonna be ACB. There's gonna be like 3 letters on your point. Your B is gonna be D. Your A is gonna be C. Like everything is gonna be mixed up. Very common bug. I will get to the Twitch chat questions later, Big Moza, because now we're recording like this video, but ask me this again in like 10 minutes and I got you. Amazon has the best online train post in the New World. New World has the worst. Wait, that's a good point actually. The new fair point, honest. That's a good one. That's a banger. Shirking Fortification has no cooldown. Good. Shirking Fortification on top. Pylon Burst and Deadly Frost don't drop on roll on gear. Need to be forced. Didn't know that. Interesting. Change squad color in War so you don't have to guess where they are. So easy to lose your squad. People have to come up with creative ways to track them. In-game mic active on 0 volume. Good point. Just being able to see where your group is easier. I agree, in wars. with good communication, you can negate this by being, I don't know, I'm fighting top right, right? And everybody should know approximately where you are. But I do agree that seeing where your teammate is better in wars should be addressed. Also, before I even continue, please, for the love of God, we need different colors for enemy sacreds. Like, come on, man. We can have extra colors at this point. Like, seriously. Different color sacred, different color enemy sacred, please, in wars or everywhere. Okay, no visual bruh. Okay, I swear I did not read this. I promise I did not I promise on my life and my family's life I did not read ahead. No visual difference for friendly and enemy sacred ground and other abilities. Impossible to yes. I've this is so funny. Scoreboard bugs in OPR if you have recently played Arena. We mentioned that a little bit above. Exactly. I like that we are coming to same conclusions. Can't use menu while dead to change settings, invite people to group. Interesting, never experienced it. Named craftable weapons with dog water stat, perk combos like focus, dex, musket. All craftable weapons should be somewhat usable at different levels. Okay, so named craftable weapons. Sure, okay, fair. Yeah, they should be better, I agree. Can't look around when dead. Camera stays frozen, which is annoying for war info. I think the reason for... I guess. It makes sense. It makes sense. You should be able to look around. Invasion rosters are trash to sort out. You limit a company from picking the people they want with only 10 drags, but they still have the ability to do exactly this by kicking every other player. Yes. Either give a company full autonomy or remove city downgrades so it doesn't matter if the invasion is lost and the first 50 signups can enjoy the content. Fair point. Honestly, good idea. Yeah, either allow company to select like 30 or 40 people and then not select the 10, so the 10 people are random, or 20 people are random, so that makes invasions a little bit harder. And company gets to pick 30 and cannot do anything else. Or make it so it's just full random, but you don't take severe losses on the city. Invasions are definitely a chore, yeah. 45 minutes of our life just for 10 minutes where there's no action followed by trash rewards. Someone could do 2 times Genesis M10 runs in a time for way better drops. Start invasion at wave 7. If you pass wave 8, no downgrades occur. Passing further waves increase rewards to a point where it's practically impossible to win, but PvE players can see how far they go and get bonus reward for each wave. Okay, that's a nice idea. I do agree that invasions should be a lot shorter. Invasion should be like last 10 minutes of the, or like last 15 minutes. And there shouldn't be a 15-minute prep time for it. Let's still like, I don't know, like 10-minute prep time, 10-minute invasion. But yeah, interesting idea. Can search filter inventory for perks? Oh my god, yes. I mentioned that in my video. Searching for perks, like if I can just be here, yeah, and then search for gravity well and show me, like literally this, and show me all the items with gravity well, same in the storage. Or just type head and show me all the head pieces. Or type body, right? And show me all the body pieces. So important, I think. Like, I mentioned it briefly in the video. Not as good as I would want it, but I think there's an idea. Mod names are awkward compared to the perk it provides. Another thing, oi oi oi. When you go to the storage, yeah? When you go to the storage, being able to just search right here for like shockwave and show me the perk that gives shockwave, because trust me, I do not want to be going from every one of these perks to see which one is shockwave. You see what I mean? Like, it is tedious, it is annoying, it could easily be fixed. Like, I think at least. But yeah, that's another idea definitely. Azov bottles don't reward Azov. Huh? Arena queues are bugged, kind of addressed, still counts down from 24 hours. Okay, yeah, that's annoying. You need to play 2 hours of music every day for 5 months to hit level 200. Imagine doing this instead of practicing a real-life instrument. Address, but please pay a dev tester to manually level a skill to 200 before releasing it, instead of just guessing what's a reasonable grind would be. I didn't think of that. What the fuck? I did not know that, bro. But is it? Is it that long? Surely there is no way. What the fuck? No tongue kissing emote or hand holding. Apologies, some of my members are degenerates. Okay. Gypsum crafting is slow. Oi, oi, oi. Ridiculously slow, yeah. Ending a music piece takes too long. Yep. Faction shop has no useful items. Yeah, just a resilient perk and 2 gypsums a day. There should be 590 faction gear to give fresh 60s an instant playing field in OPR Arena. I agree. So to like help out with what kind of perks could be given for free. Right now, if you take a look in your faction, right now if you take a look at this, you will see that you get this 520 gear that is complete trash. Where is it? You get this resilient refreshing. Instead, what you should get is 590 gear that you can then improve up and give it Resi and Freedom. Resi Freedom pieces, for example, right now on the market are like really cheap. But if you give people a reason to like buy it with faction tokens, right? They might see it, they might be like, Resi Freedom. It's nice, it's simple, it's nothing crazy. It's not like Resi Shirking, which would be like really good. It's Resi Freedom, it's it's mediocre. Okay? But obviously we're talking for like bruiser sets. For the mage, Resi Refreshing is actually good. For a mage, like, let's take a look here. Like, even for decks, it's good, but it's only 520. Give people 590 that they can then upgrade to 625. Because this would be good for a bow, for example, if it was a high enough gear score. But yeah, good idea. I like this idea a lot. This is smart. Respect costs to Azoth. It's only viable gold sync, but it seems weird to punish players for constantly adapting to the team's needs. Some players respec up to 10 times a day, while others just one trick a build. Yes, please. I don't like having to constantly spend 200 coins when I'm respecking. I would be more than happy to use Azoth for it, because I'm always capped on Azoth. And, yeah. Allow us to respec like that. I would really like that. Not enough gold sinks in the game. This makes it significantly worse. I guess, but like, I don't know. This person is not a person. This is an entire company. This is Badgers on Nisa that came up with this. More trophy slots, only a handful of the 17 types of trophy are useful because no one can be bothered to swap them. Yeah, just lift the trophy cap. Let us put 20 trophies in the house. Seriously, like, it needs to happen. Rotate the PvP region where there's bonus PvP rewards to increase open world fights. Really good idea. I'm gonna add this to this because I really like the idea. I want this to be like... I wish that the video that we're recording right now would be instead of this video where I'm just kind of like talking about it. But it's fine. We'll just make a follow-up video. We keep on going. General desync and optimization for smoother gameplay. Sure, that's always going to be helpful. Decrease faction change cooldown. Yeah, 2 months is ridiculous, bro. 2 months in-game time to change a fucking faction in-game. This should be maximum 1 week, I think. Let's see. 2 months is bunker faction. Barely even know anything anymore. Server die because companies can't move to rebalance due to 1 to 2 core members being on a long cooldown. Yeah. 1 week, man. 1 week maximum. Divide taxes so that each territory is worth fighting for. Agree. Better quality faction. Quest rewards. Just either balance them out fairly across all regions and just buff them a little bit. 69, nice. I like that. Paid name change token, one-off or a cooldown, so people can't keep hiding behind the new name. People have to ask for a mass report to change their name. True. I think an ability to change your name in-game and change your appearance, it is about time that should happen, for sure. Bow hitbox is way too overtuned. Yeah, bow OPR is ridiculous. Bow needs to be nerfed a lot. Unbinding stone to sell gear that's no longer required. What? Ooh. Wait a second, that's smart. So an expensive item, I'll give you an example. An expensive item that you could use on a gear to make it tradable again and lower gear score from 605 to 600. I'll give you an example. I'm running like a lot of my war setups right now are just bissed out war setups, right? So we got, let's see. It's gonna take me a minute. Let's say these boots, just as an example. We have a Freedom, Shirking Fortification, Resilient boots. But before those boots, I was using this, right? I was using these. which are also amazing. Resi, Shock, Shirking. But now we have Shock on the Warhammer, so for example, I could sell this piece for a decent money. And let's say there was a piece on the market, let's give it a price of 100k, call it an unbinder, okay? Or maybe an expensive in-shop purchase from Faction Guy. Let's say a lot of points needed to buy an unbinder, and you could use an unbinder to unbind, right? To use it on this item, for example, I would need 100k to pay to unbind this, and then boom, I can now sell this for whatever someone is willing to pay me. It's a money sink, because if you think about it, right, I'm paying 100k for an item. Let's say it can be from a faction shop, 100k and 50k tokens, for example, super expensive, right? We buy that unbinder, then we can use it on this. It's a money sink for the game, and some other player is then gonna use this item. I fucking love this idea. Holy shit. I'm gonna also add this to this. That is amazing. That is amazing. So 7 unbinder. New item that you can purchase. Can be expensive. In a faction store, can cost, let's say, fictional 100k and 50k, 100k coins and 50k faction tokens, and you can use it to unbind a piece of gear to be able to sell it again. Just as an example, right? Cool, man. I like that. I like this one, 72, I like a lot. Event invites are janky at the moment, being in another group. Yeah, so if you're in a group before a war invite, you're gonna be put in the war and then immediately kicked out. It's super clunky, it's super awkward. A company bank to store items, consumables. We said this idea in another video. We recommend lifting coin cap. We also recommended adding another currency that, let's say, 100k coins, you could have another currency. But yeah, I also have to be like in another company instead of Bonsai to store my coins, right? So this is definitely something that needs to be changed. A company clubhouse, you can buy in a city to furnish and use for storage. Dude, a massive company house. That would be sick. I like this idea. Accuracy perk is a meme. True. No changelog for company deposits withdrawals. Yeah, you should be able to read exactly who took money and exactly who deposited. This is actually insane. Any consul or governor can siphon cash out of the company. It's impossible to keep track of who has taken what. It makes it very difficult to promote players, to help with company management, when at any time they could dip with the money with the company's entire bank, and this has happened on several famous occasions. Yeah, no log is KEGW really. The storage shed in war camps doesn't work. Let us use in case we left an item behind. Interesting idea. Why not? I don't see a reason why that shouldn't be the case. Flint cost for camps is just annoying in some areas of the map. Yeah, making just a wooden camp. It's such a tiny one, but why not? Make a wooden camp. Arcane Blessing Town buff. Increase corrupted damage absorption by 5% for 3 days. This is a meme. Change it to increase damage against all PvE enemy times by 5% for speedrun records. I like this idea a lot. Chef's Passion is a meme. It doesn't tell you this, but it increases cooking output by 2.5%. Each major crafting trophy increases gear score by 5. Cooking trophies increase output by 30%. Chef's Passion is the equivalent of if Armorer's Inspiration increased minimal gear score by 0.5%, increase it to 30 to 50% bonus so towns actually apply it. Dude, Nisa has some nerds, man. Holy shit, these calculations. I don't know if these are correct calculations, but respect for actually calculating that. And actually, who the fuck did a chef's passion in a city and was like, yo boys, let's cook some shit, and then got like no bonuses and then went into calculating like what they actually get. This is actually memes. I respect it though. Okay, you can drop locked items on the floor without even realizing. Rip my biz gloves. Lost but not forgotten. Somebody is very sad about the game, but I respect it. Graveyard servers like Nisa 72 dead servers rolled into it are already experience hour-long queues during prime time. Please auto-transfer any players who haven't logged in for 6 months to a new server. Otherwise, the Brimstone patch will face launch day queue issues again. Yeah, for sure. War rosters versus queue times. This will sound elitist, but please let a war invite trigger a queue jump. War results on Nisa have become a battle of whose roster logs in 2 hours early. True. That's a big Nisa problem, yeah. Stays inactive with a macro whilst they eat dinner and doesn't crash. Let us fight on an even field and help reduce the hair pulling stress of herding 50 players into a roster during insane queue times. If your account is sent a war invite while you're in a queue, please trigger an auto login. PvE players will hate us, I know, but I need it for my own mental health. Good idea. It would max impact like what, 50 people per server. That idea is very good. I like this and I like this. These two ideas are amazing. 83, 84, very cool. Pushing War Declare system is still a grind. Have the devs ever pushed Ebonscale or Morningdale into conflict with a 6-man company on a dead server? Please try it, I dare you. I have over 500 PvP faction mission complete in Ebonscale and I don't know how I'm still sane. Bro, but for like 6-man pushes, homie. How are you gonna win a 6-man war? Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, this is rough. It's rough. Let players earn exponential influence as they hand in quests over and over, so that 10-player grinding all night would need to hand in 30 quests each, 300 total, while a 100-man company would need to hand in 6 each, 600 total, or some such formula. Yeah, pushing just needs to be overhauled in general. Pushing is a complete joke at the moment. It needs to be a ton better. But respect to that guy for being a homie and pushing an entire day. But nearing the end here. This is going to be a banger video when we upload this. Shout out once again. I'll go to the top to the guy that created this. And obviously all the badgers. Because this is content, like straight up. Still picking up common region pots after 1 year of running level 60 dungeons. Why are we getting tier 2 regions, bro? Great X, Sword and Shield, Leap, and other blocked by friend list. Oh, yeah. So when you charge into a friendly, it gets fucking yeeted. Instead, what you can do is just keep charging. Even if you're hitting someone's back, keep charging, and people will automatically move out of the way. You know what I mean? Great X, Sword and yeah, this is already done. Abilities and tanks auto aim for unbuilt respawn points in OPR. Sometimes also happens to friendly ice pilots. Oh, wait. Oh, I never experienced that, but I know what it means. So let's say you try to use a skewer on spear and there's a little pylon next to it, it will go directly to that pylon. Or let's say you do Path of Destiny is a big one. You want to toss Path of Destiny, yeah? And it just connects to the guy, like I'm aiming it right there, and it connects to the guy that's right here, and it goes to complete Africa. Happens all the time in wars. Really good point, 88, honestly. Kite shields are a meme. They don't feel well into any weight class. Give them the same stats weight as a tower shield, but with offensive per buckets for aggressive versus defensive sword and shield builds. Really good idea. I like it. PvP track rewards still give tier 4 potions. Yeah, that's PvP track needs to be a lot better. Show of strength PvP arena. Wait, show of strength PvP arena cause serious FPS stuttering for some reason. What? Show of strength is like when the fire starts coming in, right? I don't experience that. Shout out to my PC. The single attribute only option or a new button when selecting, say, Dex or Con, show Dex, Con, and Dex Con options. Yeah, okay. So instead of just. This is a good idea. It's very nitpicky, but it's very helpful. So you can pick strength and con, and it will show you basically what he's saying, just both versions. Otherwise, it's just clunky right now. This is a good one as well. Very simple, but a good one. Stamina bar occasionally grays out without actually ever dodging. Overdodging, yeah, that happens. Stamina bug happens sometimes. We've lost large-scale open-world fights now that forts no longer lock. Introduce events worth fighting over. True. I mean, I guess Nisa had open world PvP. You don't really see that much on other servers, but I guess. Completed sell orders are a mess. Don't always show what you sold in the alert and doesn't give time sold within the trading post. True. Make leaving shooter stance smoother. Yeah, if you're in a musket and you're in a shooter stance and you try to switch to a weapon, you need to first, I think, click the shooter stance button and then click the change button. So for example, you can't like riposte out of shooter stance. You need to first unshooter stance and then change to rapier, for example, and then riposte. It's clunky. I agree with this. It would make musket. It would be quite a big buff to muskets, honestly. No one can join your expedition if anybody in the party has crossed the start line on their 25th mutation run. If somebody crashes, you can bring in a replacement. Very rare situation, but it happens. Also, you can't sell shards on your last run. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Certain weapon abilities perks still have no place in game. Cyclone, Tether, Throwing Headshot, 3 ultimate. Okay, sure. Also, with this, I would like to add just sellable shards. Just like sellable shards on like trading post. Maybe. If people are fucking paying to get scammed and getting like them from mutation, but then maybe shards would just be completely cheap. So maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Delayed mob spawns in dungeons and OPR. Happens sometimes, yeah. And players who tested, exploited the recent trophy bug are now unbanned, but their crafted items still exist. I didn't know that was the case. And I know of a lot of people, or one person individual, hello Robert, that is not unbanned. Random bans of legit players. So this one is scary, but because you don't know if it's true or not. Someone can say they're a legit player that got banned, but you don't really have proof of it, right? So I don't think you fully understand the impact this has on a person, their friends, their company, and most importantly, their mental health. MMOs offer an escapism and can become an enormous part of person's social life. If you have 3,000 hours played over the last year and that is taken away from you for literally no malicious reason, it excludes you from your community and nightly evening social plans, it can be devastating, especially when you're completely ignored across over 27 ban appeals. That is rough. And I feel that. Like, if I got banned tomorrow, I would be completely devastated for sure. Like, because I don't do anything wrong. I stream everything that I do. And if I just got randomly banned, that's scary, bro. That is scary. To you, they're just a number, a catchy tagline for your next dev update to say we banned X cheaters this month. But to us, we've lost real life friends because your spaghetti code caught the wrong guy, girl. They suffer real world implications due to an error and total lack of support. I didn't want to end on a sour note, but Reason 101 is the most important of them all. I know that without a shadow of a doubt, they, Such Dave, Much Rave, and Send Nukes are innocent, so please investigate their cases and DM me if you require any additional information. For all other reasons, we genuinely hope this will provide some quick wins for the dev team to better understand the daily gripes from some of your most hardcore player base. Hoping for people to add more to the list or open debate over the above. That's really cool. So I've actually done a debate without asking anybody. I like that this party's here, so they're okay with me doing this, you know what I mean? There's also nothing worse than someone who offers problems with no solutions, so if you have your own ideas on how to fix some of the above, then don't be shy. Much love, Badgers. Yo, shout out to Badgers, bro. They really came in clutch with this one. That's a fucking W right here. That's a W. Shmia 3 hours ago. That's a good post, man. That is a good post.